What would happen if the KKK would order a riot in the streets?
What?
What would happen if the KKK, if the Ku Klux Klan said, let's go out and have a riot because we're not happy with an outcome of a presidential race? America would be upset about that.
Well, Jesse Jackson
is no different than the KKK.
Well, that
is KKK people kill people,
He's a racist. When he associated George Bush campaign with the Nazi attachment, he said, let's go in the street and riot. That's what that means to black Americans. Jesse Jackson understands what he's doing.
No.
And black American understands what he's doing.
I don't think black Americans are following him that close.
Because he hasn't really just pushed them out there. The last LA riot we had was encouraged by the so-called civil rights leaders because the average black person does not think for themselves. We had 93% of black people voted for Democrat. Does that make sense?
Yes, guys, I came across this very old Jesse Lee Peterson video. In this video, Jesse Lee Peterson destroyed the civil rights activist Jesse Jackson. It was amazing. It was very popular show by a very popular host. Very old program, but still very relevant. I want you to enjoy the video. And if you're not subscribed to the channel, what are you waiting for? Hit the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell to get more videos like this. So without further ado, let's get straight into it.
Ladies and gentlemen, the star of Politically Incorrect, Bill Maher.
Oh, you're too kind. All right, let us meet our panel. He is the founder of the Brotherhood Organization of a New Destiny and the author of From Rage to Responsibility, Reverend Jesse Lee Peterson. Reverend. How are you, Reverend? Nice to see you. Well, not to beat a dead horse, but Jesse Jackson, some say, is doing that. Another Reverend Jesse.
Yeah, I know.
He is, he's calling for a day of outrage, I think he called moral outrage, from Martin Luther King Day on January 15th until the inauguration on the 20th. I don't know exactly what he wants us to do, but apparently be morally outraged for those 5 days because what he says is that he calls it a coup d'etat that happened here in America with Florida. Really? Obviously, you've never been in a real coup d'etat.
You know, what you have to realize about Jesse Jackson is a racist demagogue, and he's built a career on keeping black people down, keeping them angry, brainwashing them to control them for his own personal gain. And they have lost that power now.
Speak your mind, Reverend. No need to sugarcoat it here, sir. Speak up.
Yeah, he's really? Losing ground, and so he's like out of control right
Jesse
now.
Jackson's out for personal gain?
Absolutely. I mean, look at it. For his family, they have a father and a mother. His children have gone to the best of schools. But for the rest of black Americans, he offered them the public school system, governmental program, and that is to keep them down. Why not offer them the same thing he offers his own family?
Well, he can provide. I mean,
you know what, Bill?
He can provide that for his family, but
we're going to have our second annual National Day of Repudiation of Jesse Jackson on Dr. King's birthday.
It sounds to me like somebody's a little jealous.
No, but I mean, you know what? I don't really, I mean, and I feel bad, you know, as this African-American woman, I don't really love Jesse Jackson either. He's always out there protesting.
Yep.
I mean, it's this thing now,
it's
like,
crazy.
let it go, it's over.
It's not doing something now to respect for everybody, for the African-American, for the Hispanics.
He just wants to be on TV.
That's right.
Say what you like about Jesse Jackson, but of the original 5, he's the only one with any kind of legs.
With what?
No, John. Maybe, John,
Maybe that's not your main.
You are thinking of Marlon, John.
No, maybe what I'm saying is not germane, but still, I feel like. Forgive me. I'm sorry.
That's very good.
Jackson,
It should be an embarrassment.
He's speaking.
You know, it should be an embarrassment to black Americans that they're still begging and whimpering and whining. At what point will black Americans stand up and earn their way, just like this man? White people earn their way. Why can't we earn our way?
Yeah.
Finally,
Why
Black
can't
America
black
has a role.
Americans be prematurely bald Jews? I've said that for a long time. If only that could happen, we could prevent these coups.
There you
What are
go.
you saying? Everything should be equal.
Speaking of
Everything's
coups.
equal now. I
No.
mean, I mean, Jesse Jackson, I don't think he has any more credibility anymore with
Right.
anyone.
That's-
But I don't know if, we can just say we're supposed to be out there doing everything on our own.
Should. What's wrong with that?
Well, because I still don't think things are equal that
You know
way.
why? Because
They're
the black
not equal.
family is destroyed, and most black
I don't think
family is
Jesse
destroyed,
Jackson
and
is,
most black people are lazy.
What?
Most black people are lazy.
Most black people are lazy, you
There's
say?
a whole lot of lazy white
Yeah.
folks, too.
No, but
honey.
most blacks are lazy.
Why do you think? Why is that like
Wow.
that?
Because they've been spoiled by the government. They're so dependent on the government that they can't think for themselves. They
Well, I
want
don't know if
affirmative
it's being
action.
lazy.
They
I
want
think it's not
government
knowing.
That is laziness.
Well, I don't know if you can equate that. I don't think those are the same
What would you
things.
call
Not
it?
knowing
You know-
and being programmed to be that way is a different thing.
Well, that's what
than
Jesse
just
Jackson
being
has done.
lazy
You're
and
right.
knowing a better way and not doing it. I
And
don't
that's
think
what
people
we
know
have
a
to
better
do.
way.
We have to show a better way
You know
because
what? You know
they're
what?
brainwashed
I don't know
right now.
how you. It's,
You guys to change the subject and still stay in the same subject. You, I mean, the African Americans. You have so many TV shows on TV, right? You have lots of TV shows. Well, how many do we have?
There you go.
None.
Look, you guys
That's
have to
right.
work for yourself, all right?
You know?
What are you
Wait a
talking
second.
about? All these
Jesse
TV shows
Jackson
we
led
have.
a
What are you talking about?
Jesse Jackson led a protest here in Hollywood to complain about just that matter, that he said blacks were underrepresented on television.
We don't even exist. At least you guys are underrepresented. But we don't exist.
I can barely turn on the TV without seeing Jennifer Lopez's ass. I can barely ever.
Because it's bigger than the TV. No, but what I'm saying, no, there's no TV. There are not sitcoms. There are not TV series. There's nothing for the Latinos in this country yet.
What would happen, Bill?
Why are we talking about this?
What would happen if the KKK would order riot in the streets?
What?
What would happen if the KKK, if the Ku Klux Klan
Yes.
said, let's go out and have a riot because we're not happy with an outcome of a presidential race? America would be upset about
Well,
that.
Jesse Jackson
Jesse
is-
is no different than the KKK.
Well, that
No,
is
these KKK people
Wait.
kill people.
He's a
man.
racist. He's a racist.
among
You taught-
wait.
I mean,
First of all, Reverend, among the dubious things you've said tonight, which number many already, Jesse Jackson is not advocating a riot.
Yes, he is.
He certainly is not.
Bill, when
He's
he
talking
said-
about a peaceful demonstration, which is, as a disciple of Martin Luther King, is what
Yeah,
he has
right.
always advocated. So to
But
say
Bill,
he's advocating a riot pretty much
Bill,
undercuts
when he
all the
called-
other you've already
When
said.
he called, when he associated George Bush campaign with the Nazi attachment, he said, "Let's go in the street and riot." That's what that means to Black Americans. Jesse Jackson understands what he's doing.
No.
And Black American understands what he's doing.
I don't think Black
Well, then why
Americans
wasn't
following
there a
him that
riot?
close to do
because
it.
he hasn't really just pushed them out there. The last LA riot we had was encouraged by the so-called civil rights leaders because the average black person does not think for themselves. We had 93% of black people voted for Democrat. Does that make sense?
I hate to tell you this, but the LA riot, you're going to hate me about this,
what?
it was largely a Hispanic riot.
Yeah, but encouraged by
Well,
black
because
leaders.
they're very upset they don't have any TV shows over there.
All right. Well, I have one. So come back and see us. Buenas noches. A new poll says 42% of black Americans think Bush is an illegitimate president, although they do not like the term illegitimate. They prefer saying he's his daddy's baby.
Politically Incorrect with Bill Maher, brought to you by Microsoft.
50% of black Americans say Bush stole the election. And not only that, 60% say he's the one who let the dogs out. So The Reverend liked that one.
That's a funny one.
That's a funny one.